I have always believed in the importance of saying thank you, to let people and places know what they've meant to you, what they've given you, what they've made you. But how to say thank you and goodbye to your home? Any words I have feel inadequate, so I'd like to tell you a story. I'll start from the beginning. The first time I ever walked into MacGuffin, I was a little 8-year-old auditioning for The Lion King. I was terrified to be surrounded by a room full of people enthusiastically shrieking, singing, and greeting each other. I remember sitting down next to John's piano, arranging my stuff on my lap, and looking up to see an older student walking towards me. Dressed in all black for her Pippin audition, she sat down next to me on the floor and introduced herself as Jess Boyle. She asked me if I was new, what I was singing, if I was nervous. She saw that I needed encouragement and generously provided it. This wasn't a random or chance occurrence. It was an example of the ethos of MacGuffin, the importance of community, and enough to convince me that this was a place I'd like to spend my time. Fast forward a few years, even though I felt more welcome at MacGuffin, I couldn't seem to shake the nerves. I was so afraid of making a mistake and being judged by my peers and teachers. I practiced for months before my audition for the Singing Bohemians, and though I knew my songs cold, when audition day arrived, I could barely choke them out because of how badly I was shaking. I was so disappointed in myself, even though it was a reaction I didn't know how to control. Luckily, I was accepted into the troupe, but I found I couldn't enjoy any part of it. I had awful imposter syndrome among my talented troupe members. It was hard to believe that I deserved to be there. It took Liz's help to finally crack through that. I remember she sat me down one day during Little Women and asked me how I was experiencing the process. It was the fall of my sophomore year and my first time being a lead in a main stage musical. I quite instantly burst into tears. I tried to explain to her how I was feeling, how I wanted desperately to enjoy myself, but just couldn't keep the fear from holding me back. It seemed others were noticing my nerves as well. One day during Bohos, after we finished running through a medley, John sat us all down on the stage and pointed at me. "What's wrong?" he asked. "I can tell there's something wrong when you're standing up here." I remained completely silent. He honed in on me in that way only John can, as if he was staring straight into me. He seemed to know exactly what I was thinking. "You deserve to be here," he told me. "Not because you're a workhorse or because you're going to support everyone, but because of who you are and what you can do." Obviously, this meant a lot to me because I can still remember his exact words. Working with Liz and John throughout that year helped me begin to shake the nerves and see the value in my own instincts. They had confidence in me, even when I didn't have it myself. Just as I felt I was starting to come out of my shell, the pandemic hit. As we adjusted to the necessary Zoom format, we all tried to make the best of the experience. For me, this included exploring the role of Mark Antony in our adaptation of Julius Caesar. The online format certainly altered this role, but added new and interesting aspects that I'd never considered when developing a character before, like what would their bedroom look like? What face might they make when they pick up the phone? My parents graciously kept the house quiet while we filmed our show on Zoom, one of the many ways they've continuously supported me throughout my time at MacGuffin. The role of Antony only deepened my love for Shakespeare and made me more certain that I wanted to continue exploring his works, but I miss MacGuffin more than ever. So when I squeaked through the purple door again, I started paying more attention, not wanting to forget any detail. The stained floor that's been walked and run and danced across, the light that floats into the green room, the thick layers of paint on the stage. Once I returned, I was ready to hit the ground running, to push past the nerves and do it anyway. I'll always mourn the time I lost here, but tonight I want to focus on what I've gained. MacGuffin has a special way of bonding people. And I'm happy to say that the friends I've made growing up here have become more like a group of siblings, loud and endearing and theatrical. We were brought up together. I feel so lucky to have shared in their warmth and love these past 10 years. To my bohos, thank you for being your wonderful, talented selves. I've learned so much just by watching you. It's been a joy to learn and grow with you all. Mira and Molly, thank you for being my best friends. I will treasure our late nights and early mornings as some of my favorite parts of high school. I want to thank all the other graduating seniors. I'm so proud of each one of you. I hope you know I'm rooting for you in whatever you do next. I especially want to thank Max. Each time I'm around him, I'm reminded of his goodness. He brings humor, warmth, and lightness to everything he does. We are all lucky to know a person like him. And finally, the keystone member of our graduating class of 2022, Emma Ditness. It is truly impossible to imagine a MacGuffin without Emma. Her presence, whether it be in the back of a rehearsal or the front of the class, is soothing and supportive. She listens. She treats us with grace. She gives us the benefit of the doubt. Everything she's done for MacGuffin has been a labor of love. and she will be dearly missed next year. Emma, thank you for your never-ending kindness. Thank you for all you've given us. I hope your future students know how lucky they are to have you as a teacher. We certainly have been. As we like to say, it's not a goodbye, it's a see you later. I've learned a lot during my time here at MacGuffin, but almost no one in my life has taught me more than John. John has taught me big things and little things. The little things. Always raise your hand to go first. Circle your verbs. Never put your water bottle on the piano. The big things. Trust your scene partners. Trust yourself. Focus and do good work. Yeah. John, thank you for making MacGuffin what it is, and never letting us forget what a privilege it is to be standing up here on the stage. Okay, now I want to talk about Liz. I'm amazed by the way Liz always has more to give. She is an integral part of MacGuffin and a truly remarkable person. Even after long days of wrangling her own small child, she's able to come to rehearsal and have more energy to deal with melodramatic teenagers. She receives us with open arms during an incredibly emotionally volatile time in our lives when we need someone who will support us with unconditional love. She has picked me up time and time again. Liz, thank you for letting me roll my eyes, but being there anyway. For saying the things I don't always want, but always need to hear. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for making it feel so hard to leave. These people have shaped me into who I am. I love them all deeply. Thank you doesn't quite feel strong enough. I don't know if I'll ever be able to stand on stage without any nerves, but something definitely clicked for me this fall. I was cast as Miss Honey in Matilda, a role that required me to stand up in front of a classroom full of younger kids and truly lead. As predicted, I was nervous. I thought there was no way those kids were looking up to me the same way I looked up to the teens who came before me. Kai, as a woman, played Matilda, and when I watched her confidently own her solo naughty, I thought to myself, if that 11-year-old can do this, why can't I? So to Kaya and the next generation of MacGuffies. I remember being your age, excitedly dressed up at the Shakespeare Awards, sitting in the audience watching the seniors give their lifetime speeches. A big part of their speeches was always some profound advice to the next generation. My advice to you is simple. MacGuffin is a gift, so enjoy your time here. Take in as much as you can, absorb, respect your teachers, because there is always more to learn. You deserve to be here. It's hard to truly pinpoint what makes MacGuffin so wonderful. Something Meredith and I have often discussed is that we want everyone to understand how lucky we've been to grow up in a place like this. Meredith, to be in your circle throughout high school has been a true gift. Thank you for being a source of comfort, for your encouraging smile every time I'm on stage, for always letting me know you're in my corner. It is an honor to receive this award with you. I'll leave you all with this final thought. How remarkable is it that seniors and students of all ages can stand up here year after year and glowingly recount what MacGuffin has done for them? It is truly a testament to the space that Liz, John, and Emma have created for us. Don't forget to say thank you.